Good news for aspiring astronaut PlayStation 4 owners. The amazing Kerbal Space Program is now available. Here's what I said when I first reviewed it on PC last year.
Kerbal Space Program does the impossible. It makes learning a complex subject fun. Its cute, clueless characters and sense of humor turn a hardcore physics simulator into something replayable and addictive. Designing, flying, and then retrying missions again and again is a tough challenge that goes right up to the brink of frustration, but the eventual success of achieving virtual spaceflight is rewarding and even inspirational.
Now available on PlayStation 4, Kerbal Space Program is the same fantastic game with all of the same great content. Be sure to check out the full review for more on everything it has to offer. On the PS4, the control scheme is daunting at first. Certain buttons act as modifiers, so each button has several functions. It sounds like a hot mess, but I was amazed at how quickly I was able to pick it up without a cheat sheet in front of me. In its career and science modes, Kerbal Space Program creates an incredible sense of accomplishment with each successful feat of rocketry. Every success, such as reaching a new record altitude, is really just a place to start over, only with better stuff. It's a lovely feedback loop that I can't get enough of. Successes in career mode made me feel like a brilliant rocket scientist. The best place to flex my ridiculous side came in Sandbox. I had hours of fun assembling impractical rockets just to see how far I could push Kerbal's physics. I decided to build a rocket-powered airplane, which was nothing more than some fuel tanks with a huge engine and giant cartoon wings. It started off promising, but quickly pinwheeled out of control, slamming into the ground in a violent hellfire. I repeated the launch at least a half a dozen times just because it was so entertaining to watch. Unfortunately, the whole game suffers from occasional framerate stutters, which become more frequent the more complicated my builds and missions became. For the ridiculous designs of Sandbox, framerate would drop to single digits during launch. When things went wrong, Kerbal makes getting it right easy. If you don't like the way a launch went, you can just revert back to the launch pad with no penalty. If my design was clearly a failure, I could revert right back to construction. Quick and fun experimentation is the name of the game. I almost felt bad blowing up so many brave little Kerbals in my pursuit of the stars. With their self-assured mannerisms, they work so well to lighten the mood while learning rocket science. Kerbal Space Program doesn't have any voice acting other than the occasional nasally whine of approval from one of the Kerbals, but the flavor text in the game is smart, wry, and funny. For more on Kerbal Space Program, keep it on IGN.